Pleasant good evening to you. Welcome back into VA Memorial Stadium for Game 2 of our high school baseball doubleheader here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. Jacob Wise checking in from the press box here, where we're trying to keep it nice and toasty. It's a little cool out, about 45 degrees and gusty here this evening. Chillicothe getting set to take on Southeastern, and as fortune would have it, both teams are wearing their blue jerseys. So if you're trying to tell them apart, Chillicothe is the visiting team. They're wearing the gray pants and the gray numbers on those jerseys. Southeastern has the home white pants on for this one here tonight. Chillicothe coming in off of an 18-0 loss to Washington yesterday to open up FAC play. That was the only game that got in yesterday in the FAC. Meanwhile, Southeastern 1-3 so far on this young season, 1-1 in SVC play. And these two will try to get another one in the win column here. Quick look at the starting lineups. First for Tom Barr's Chillicothe Cavaliers, Mason Brown will lead off in center field. Aiden Spalding bats second in right field. Aiden Hutchinson will bat third and play shortstop. Cohen Butler bats fourth at third base. First baseman Jacob Leemaster bats fifth. Trent Wade will do the pitching and bat sixth. Batting seventh, it's the second baseman Stephen Wynn. Catcher Noah Davis bats eighth, and batting ninth will be the left fielder Jeremy Kane. For the Southeastern Panthers, Tyler Brown will lead off in center field. Gage Cheadle bats second. He's the shortstop. Third baseman Colton Baxter bats third. Drew Leach bats fourth, and he does the pitching. Joe Pfeiffer bats fifth at second base. Carson McWhorter bats sixth in left field. The catcher Hudson Drake bats seventh. Braden Popp will be the designated hitter tonight for Southeastern. He'll bat eighth, and batting ninth, it'll be the right fielder R.J. Cartwright. And the first baseman for Southeastern is Travis Chenault. He is the one that is not in the batting order as the pitcher hitting for himself here. Obviously, with high school rules, you can be a little more flexible with that designated hitter. Drew Leach on the mound to try to get things started here for Southeastern. 0-1 so far. He only pitched an inning and two-thirds in his first outing of the year. He didn't give up any hits. He struck out three batters, but he walked four batters in that first inning and two-thirds and gave up, I think, 4 runs in that outing. So, sometimes you look at those early season ERAs and you get some pretty wild numbers. Not always the best thing to pay much attention to those until you're several games into the season. So just about ready to go here from VA Memorial Stadium. Against Southeastern, the home team, they're wearing the white caps and the white pants. Chillicothe with the road gray pants and the road gray numbers on those blue jerseys. Lights on here. Obviously a late start. We had an extra innings affair in game 1. Piketon ended up pulling it out 6-4 in 8 innings over Northwest. And then both teams took their time with infield warm-ups and everything. They had warmed up out in the grass before the game while the other game was going on, and then came in when it looked like that game was about to be over, and then they had to sit around for a while in the cold while that game went into extra innings before it could be finished up. And so then they certainly needed some extra time in this cold weather to warm up and be ready to go here for the second game and final game here tonight at the VA. Mason Brown digs in to lead things off for Chillicothe. .313 average to start it. Couple RBIs for him on the year. He's been decent. Already 3 stolen bases for him. A guy that at the top of the lineup, they want to get on base and try to get him moving. First pitch on the way is outside for a ball, and we're underway here in game 2 at 8:23. Now the 1-0 from the left-hander Drew Leach. And a foul back into the catcher's mitt. Evens things up, a ball and a strike. Home plate umpire in this one is Mark Trainer. His son Mike Trainer is working the bases. Got a chance to chat with them down in the locker room before the game. They were waiting around like everybody else trying to get this second game started. And now time called at the plate. Mason Brown, no extra base hits for him so far. Haven't been many for this Cavaliers team so far through 5 games. Here's the 1-1. And this one misses way outside. 2 balls and a strike. I think Leach maybe was trying to throw a breaking ball there. Just 4 doubles so far through 5 games for Chillicothe as a team. No triples, no homers. A lot of singles. Here's the 2-1 and another foul ball to the backstop will even things up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Head coach Tom Barr said, you know, we've kind of got the walking wounded. And it came all of a sudden. Everybody was healthy. Everybody was fine. And then the last couple of days, it seemed like everybody was injured. A lot of arms kind of hanging. Here's the 2-2. And a ball blooped out toward right field. Will drop for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard for the Cavaliers, Mason Brown, with a single here to start things off in the top of the first. Defensively for Southeastern in the outfield left to right, Carson McWhorter, Tyler Brown, and R.J. Cartwright. Colton Baxter is at third. Gage Cheadle at shortstop, Joe Pfeiffer at second base, Travis Chenault at first, Hudson Drake the catcher, and Drew Leach again on the mound. The left-hander will work out of the stretch with that runner at first base and nobody out. He'll work off the third base side of the rubber as the right fielder Aiden Spalding digs in for the Cavaliers. Off to a pretty good start at the plate. A step and a throw over. Trying to keep Brown close at first. Mentioned those 3 stolen bases for him already this year. Aiden Spalding, 5 hits in his first 14 at-bats this season. .357 average. And the pitch here stays away and up. The way things have gone the last few years, and especially this year with the rain, if you're not playing at the VA here in this area, you're probably not getting all your games in. All the rain we've had. Here's the 1-0. And a ball lined back through the middle. That's into center field. Back-to-back singles for the Cavaliers to start things. Brown goes to second. And now Aiden Spalding at first base. And the Cavaliers in business here through the first 2 batters. Aiden Hutchinson will dig in. Has one of those 4 doubles for the Cavaliers this year. .333 average for him. A couple of RBIs, has a chance to add to that total with runners at first and second. Nobody out. Leach from the stretch. And that one bounces in front of the plate. A good job by Hudson Drake, the catcher, to chest that one up. But this all-turf field here at the VA, boy, it comes in valuable for a lot of these high school teams that get to play here. And you better believe that on those rainy days, or it looks like it's going to rain, the phone starts ringing. Hey, can we get in? But, boy, this place is booked up solid. There's a slow bouncer out toward short. Cheadle will go to second, and they get the force play there. So fielder's choice for Aiden Hutchinson. Mason Brown goes to third. Spalding out at second base. 6-4 on the putout. And they're on the corners with one away for Cohen Butler. 4th batter of the ball game, Chillicothe with a runner 90 feet away, trying to get on the scoreboard first. Couple of hits here to start this ball game. Now the cleanup man, Cohen Butler. Third baseman hitting .400 to start the year. 5 RBIs for him already. He has a double. A guy that head coach Tom Barr, was happy to have back this year. Trying to put the Cavaliers in front here in the first inning. Brown at third, Hutchinson at first. Here's the pitch. And a chopper will roll foul. A nice job to knock it down out there in that third base coach's box. Again, about 45 degrees, and every now and then you get a gust of wind. Not the most pleasant baseball weather in the world. Could be a lot worse, though. 0-1. Runner goes from first. Pitches high. Throw is cut off by the second baseman, but it still gets through. And in from third is Mason Brown to make this a 1-0 Cavalier lead. And they get the stolen base at second to boot, so a double steal. And now the runner at second base with 1 out, and the Cavaliers up 1-0. A ball and a strike to Cohen Butler. Swing and a miss. Good hack at that one. The count 1-2. We'll see if he shortens up here a little bit. Tell you what, the summer is not that far away. This ballpark, of course, the home of the Chillicothe Paints. There will be Paints baseball next month. 1-2 slips out. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. May 31st, the Paints get things started on the road in Lafayette, Indiana. Home opener the next day, June 1st, here at the VA. Two balls, 2 strikes, a runner at second and 1 out. And a ball fouled away over the right side out of play. We'll do it again at 2-2. Paints coming off their second Prospect League championship in 3 seasons. One in 2019, no season in 2020. Knocked out of the playoffs early in 21 and then won it all last year. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cohen Butler. Drew Leach kicks and fires, and he pulls the string as Butler was out in front. And he's gone for out number 2. First strikeout for Drew Leach. And 2 down here for Jacob Leemaster, the first baseman. 200 average for him to start the year. 2 hits on 10 trips. Bats left-handed. Runner at second, 2 down, 1-0 Cavaliers on the double steal after back-to-back hits to start the ball game. First pitch called a strike there on the inside corner. Lefty-lefty matchup here. The pitcher Leach checks the runner, fires, and that one is a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Hutchinson with his lead out at second base. And time called here. We'll reset. Now the 0-2 from Leach. Swung on, line left field. That's just past the glove of the shortstop Cheadle. They'll send the runner. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is wide, and in safely to score is Aiden Hutchinson. It's a 2-out RBI single for Jacob Leemaster, his second RBI of the year. Goes to second on the throw home from left field. But he'll be happy to pick up the RBI. 2-0 Chillicothe. And a runner at second, 2 down now for the 6-hole Trent Wade, who's got a chance to help himself a little bit here. He's the pitcher, hasn't had to take the mound yet. Take strike 1. Wade only 3 at-bats so far through the first 5 games, looking for his first hit. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Cavaliers here in the top of the first. And a swing and a miss. Out in front there, 0-2 on Wade. The 0-2 from Leach, fouled back. That'll land on the roof here. Still 0-2. Talking about this place being booked up solid, mostly high school games through the end of the high school season. Go to ChillicothePaints.com under the scheduled tab. Click on Stadium Events. See a running list. And if SOSA is doing any streaming, we'll have the link there for you as well. Here's the 0-2. And it's strike 3 called. Wade goes down looking, but the Cavaliers score 2 runs on 3 base hits. And after a half inning in Chillicothe, Cavaliers 2. And the Southeastern Panthers will bat for the first time after this. Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here. On this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Well, 1/2 inning in the book. It's 2-0 Chillicothe. Back-to-back singles to start it from Mason Brown and Aiden Spalding. Fielder's choice by Aiden Hutchinson put runners on the corners, and then the double steal. Hutchinson took second. Brown took home. Made it 1-0. And a few batters later, Jacob Leemaster with 2 outs lined one into left field for an RBI single to make it 2-0. So Southeastern will start from behind here. Trent Wade gets the start on the mound for the Cavaliers. 0-1 so far, makes his 5th appearance. It's his 2nd start of the year. He's thrown 8 2/3 innings through those 5 appearances. 3.23 earned run average. He's struck out 10 batters in 8 2/3 so far. The right-hander has to feel pretty good. Always a good feeling when you go out to the mound for the first time to make a start, and you already are in front on the scoreboard. For Southeastern, it'll be Tyler Brown, Gage Cheadle, and Colton Baxter.
Leading off the bottom of the first for the Panthers, the center fielder, number 8, Tyler Brown.
So Tyler Brown digs in here on the right side. Wade, first offering down low for a ball. Tyler Brown playing in the 5th game for him this season, the 5th game for Southeastern as well. Here's the 1-0. And that one misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Nice start to the season for him at the plate. Brown 6 hits in 12 trips, all 6 of them singles. And the 1-0. One lifted in the infield, shallow, charging in is Wynn from second, and he makes the catch. So the leadoff man gone here for Southeastern. Defensively for Chillicothe in the outfield left to right, Jeremy Kane, Mason Brown, Aiden Spalding. Cohen Butler at third, Aiden Hutchinson the shortstop, Stephen Wynn at second base, Jacob Leemaster at first, Noah Davis does the catching, and Trent Wade again on the hill. Nobody on, one away. Here's Gage Cheadle, the shortstop. And the first one a little bit inside for a ball. Cheadle with 2 hits through his first 13 at-bats. Both of those singles. And the 1-0. And that one misses low and away. 2 balls, no strikes to the Southeastern shortstop. That one's in for a strike. And the home plate umpire, Mike Trainer on the bases. And the 2-1 from Trent Wade is chopped foul past third base. And the count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dimensions here at the VA, 327 down the left field line, 368 the left center. It's 382 on the fence right of center field. It gets a little bit farther out than that, right at that light pole to the right of center field. 2-2, fouled straight back, we'll do it again. Right center field alley, 345, 325 down the right field line. And there is nothing even about that outfield wall. Some of it's 8 feet, 9 feet, 12 feet. Random things sticking up from the wall that are in play in some areas. There's a ball lifted into shallow center. It's not going to leave the infield. The shortstop underneath it, Hutchinson, puts it away with 2 hands, and Gage Cheadle, pops out for out number 2. So 2 infield pop-ups offensively for Southeastern here to start it in the bottom of the first. 2-0 Chillicothe. Colton Baxter steps in, base is empty, 2 down. Baxter Batting third, playing third here in this one. Wade fires in for the strike on the outside corner. Colton Baxter, 4 hits in his first 15 at-bats so far, all of them singles. And the 0-1 chopped out towards shortstop, backing up on it. Hutchinson near the bag, throws to first. And a nice clean 1-2-3 inning defensively for Chillicothe. The Panthers go down in order. It's 2-0 after 1. Chillicothe in front of Southeastern on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
Two 2-0 on 3 hits in that first inning for Chillicothe. They lead it 2-0 as we start the second inning. Nice clean 1-2-3 inning for Trent Wade and the Chillicothe defense. It'll be the bottom third of the order here for the Cavaliers. Stephen Wynn, Noah Davis, and Jeremy Kane. Obviously still early in the season, just game number 6 for Chillicothe. You look down at their lineup, the bottom 4 in the order still looking for their first hit of the season. Not that they've had a ton of at-bats. 3 of those 4 have had 3 or fewer at-bats. So that could turn around in a hurry. Left-hander Drew Leach back up on the rubber.
Leading off the top of the second for the Cavaliers, the second baseman, number 6, Stephen Wynn.
Stephen Wynn, the second baseman, digs in on the right side. Leach into the windup. And a swing and a miss to get things started here in the second inning. Corner's playing in a little bit here for Southeastern. That one didn't come out the way that Leach wanted it to. Runs way wide, a ball and a strike. Colton Baxter at third, Travis Chenault at first base. Baxter at third in more than Chenault at first. Ball down and in, 2 balls and a strike. Wondering maybe with a 2-0 lead already, Cavaliers might try to lay one down here. Swing and a miss here, makes it 2-2. Noah Davis waits on deck. And the 2-2 from the left-hander, Drew Leach. And that one misses down low. Full count here to Stephen Wynn, leadoff man for the Cavaliers here in the second, leading 2-0 over Southeastern. And the payoff on the way. Swing and a miss. So Wynn goes down swinging. Third strikeout for the left-hander, Drew Leach. Back-to-back strikeouts going back to the final out of the first inning.
Noah Davis.
Again, he had 3 strikeouts in his first outing over an inning and 2/3. He just struggled with walks. So an inning and a third here tonight, no walks. And he struck out 3 batters. Here's Noah Davis, and he takes upstairs the ball. Davis doing the catching tonight for Chillicothe. Looking for his first hit of the year. And now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. You want to talk about old school Noah Davis up there rocking the single batting glove. If you do that, always on the bottom hand. See a lot of 2 gloves, and more you're seeing no batting gloves. And this one fouled back into the glove, 1-2. You very rarely see just the one batting glove. I think on a cold night like tonight, the aluminum bat, I think I'd have 2-1 there. Time called here from the home plate umpire, Mark Trainer. A ball, 2 strikes to Noah Davis. The pitch, and it's down low. The count evens 2-2. Nobody on, 1 out. The pitch, and a ball popped up out behind first base. Chanot into foul ground, charging in the right fielder Cartwright. That lands in fair territory. On his way to second base is Davis. He'll slide in there safely. And that ball just dropping into the Bermuda Triangle out there between the first baseman, the second baseman, and the right fielder, coming in just inside the right field line. And the Cavaliers have a runner at second with 1 away.
Number 16, Jeremy Hay.
Give him a double. First hit of the year for Noah Davis. Goes for 2 bases. Jeremy Kane stands in. Left fielder looking for his first knock. Just 0 for 2 so far. 2-0 Cavaliers. A runner at second, 1 out, top of 2. 4th hit of the night already for Chillicothe. There's a big swing and a miss from Kane. Leach from the stretch. And Kane showed bunt, pulled it back. Called a strike anyway. So 0-2 the count. Here's the 0-2. Just off the plate away. Not a bad spot there. 0-2 from the pitcher, Drew Leach. If I had to guess, I'd say probably gets that call a few times throughout the season. A spinner to throw back to second, runner off the bag, and he just got back in time. Davis just broke the wrong way when Leach popped off the mound. But able to scramble back and sneak that hand in. And the 1-2 to Kane. Bounces in, blocked by Drake, but it gets away. Davis hustling over to third. And the wild pitch has a man 90 feet away for Chillicothe. Looking to add to this 2-0 lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kane. And it misses up and away, and the count full to Kane with the leadoff man, Mason Brown, waiting on deck, already with a hit in this one. (3-2), swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for Drew Leach. And a big out number 2.
Center fielder, number 9, Mason Brown.
And Mason Brown led this ball game off with a base hit. Came around to score the first run on a double steal. Now a chance to drive one in and add to his 2 RBIs on the year. Noah Davis at third with 2 down. Leach fires. Ball hit in the air to right field, right toward the right fielder Cartwright, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cavaliers get a 1-out double, but they strand a man at third. We're through an inning and a half in Chillicothe. It's the Cavaliers 2 and the Southeastern Panthers nothing. You're watching high school baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Game 2 of the doubleheader here for SOSA tonight. It's a doubleheader here almost every night at the VA. Sometimes more than that, especially on weekends. Don't have school or work to worry about. 2-0 Chillicothe as we go to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be the middle third of the order for the Panthers. Southeastern will send up Drew Leach, Joe Pfeiffer, and Carson McWhorter. Again, stay tuned to SOSAOhio.com. We'll get next week's streaming schedule up there as soon as possible. 2 more games on the slate here at the VA tomorrow night if you want to find some baseball. A noon game, Hubbard and Adina. And then at 4 o'clock, it'll be Worthington Kilbourne taking on Hillsboro. Chillicothe will be back here on Saturday taking on Dublin Jerome. Then Kilbourne will be back taking on Reynoldsburg. First pitch from Trent Wade. Down low for a ball. Drew Leach, pitcher in this ball game for Southeastern, trying to give himself a little bit of help as Chillicothe leads it 2-0. Ball and a strike now to him. Leach with 5 hits on 13 at-bats so far as he fouls this one away on the left side. That'll head toward the deck and into the walkway down the left field line. Only player on the team for Southeastern with more hits so far is Tyler Brown. Brown already 0 for 1 in this ball game. A hit here could tie him. Here's a fly ball to the left. Kane under it makes the catch. And Leach retired here to start the bottom of the second inning.
The second baseman, number 3, Joey.
Good start to this ball game for Trent Wade. He's retired the first 4 hitters in order for Southeastern. Joe Pfeiffer steps in, second baseman with nobody on and 1 out. 2-0 Chillicothe, first pitch in for a strike. 2 hits on 13 at-bats to start it through 4 games for Pfeiffer. Hard hit ball here through the left side of the infield past the diving third baseman Cohen Butler. Gave it a good effort, but good swing on it from Joe Pfeiffer there. And the first base runner, first hit of the ball game for Southeastern with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. So for the first time tonight, Wade will have to go from the stretch here with a runner on. Carson McWhorter, the left fielder, stands in. And Wade's first offering to him off speed, swung on and missed, 0-1. McWhorter, 3 hits, 10 at-bats. That equates to a 300 average. I can do that math. Get much past 10 at-bats and I'm worthless. Squares to bunt here. And the ball up and in. Runner way off the bag. Throw down at first, and he got him. Pfeiffer looked like he got back initially on the wide throw. but I think it came off the bag there. So 2 down. So 2-3 put out here. And McWhorter grounds one toward the shortstop. Aiden Hutchinson fires to first. There's a hit in there, but it's still a 1-2-3 inning. We're through 2 here at the VA. Chillicothe 2, Southeastern nothing. This is Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth. See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around. Well, a nice hard hit, 1-out single for Joe Pfeiffer, and then he's caught off the bag at first base. A good throw down by the catcher, Noah Davis. And a good job by Jacob Leemaster to stay with the play at first base and apply the tag. He raced a base runner, and then the next pitch, a ground out by McWhorter to end the inning. So we go to the third here at VA Memorial Stadium. Still 2-0 Chillicothe. The Cavaliers with 2 runs on 3 hits in that first inning. Left-hander Drew Leach back out to the mound. Boy, it was heartbreak for Southeastern last night. A 5-4 loss to Piketon. Southeastern had a 2-run lead with 2 outs in the 7th inning, 1 out away. And then back-to-back 2-run singles from Grayson Roberts and Alex Jenkins gave Piketon a 5-4 win. And back-to-back nights, Piketon with exciting wins. They won 6-4 in 8 innings over Northwest here in Game 1 tonight. Aiden Spalding will lead things off. 2-3-4 in the order for the Cavaliers. First pitch swinging, a bouncer to third, bobbled over there by Baxter. And the throw not nearly in time. So the Cavaliers with the leadoff man on. And that'll go down as an E5, the error.
The shortstop, number 8.
The first of the ball game. Aiden Hutchinson stands in, had a fielder's choice, stole a base and scored on the 2-out RBI hit by Jacob Leemaster back in the first. Runner on here, nobody out. 2-0 Cavaliers, top of the third. Ball down here, gets away from the catcher, Drake. And Spalding will take second on the wild pitch. This is shaping up like maybe one of those innings where you get a run without the benefit of a hit. 1-0 runs up and in. 2 balls, no strikes to Aiden Hutchinson, the shortstop. Again, if you're joining us late, both teams wearing the blue, so Chillicothe with the road gray pants on, Southeastern with the white pants on, and the white caps. 2-0, and a miss down low, and a good block this time by Drake. Keeps the runner out at second base. 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors for Chillicothe so far. Nothing 1-1. The error coming 1 batter ago for Southeastern. And this one in for a strike. Looked like maybe Hutchinson was taking all the way there. I think it's actually, yeah, it's a 3-1 count. So taking 3-0 makes a little more sense than taking 2-0. And now the 3-1 from Drew Leach is fouled off the, I think he got the catcher's mask, maybe he got a piece of the umpire's mask. So we'll do it here at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Aiden Hutchinson, runner at second. Nobody out after the error and the wild pitch. Again, 2-0 Cavaliers over Panthers. FAC SVC matchup here. And the breaking ball misses outside, ball 4. Not a bad spot. Pretty gutsy pitch there to make on 3-2. But Hutchinson will take first base on the walk. The first one tonight issued by Drew Leach. Not the end of the world there defensively. You never want to put base runners on, but at least puts the double play ball back in order and in a variety of ways. You could go third to second, second to first. Suppose you could get really creative too if you wanted to or had to. Cohen Butler stands in, runners at first and second, nobody out. And the first one in for a strike. Butler is strikeout victim swinging his first time up 0 for 1 tonight. Looking to add to his 5 RBIs on the year. Check that runner at second base. Leach fires and a swing and a miss. That one diving down and in. And now 0-2 to the Chillicothe third baseman Cohen Butler. Hutchinson at first, Spalding at second. Both Aidens on base here. The 0-2. And a swing and a miss and a ball down. Drake trying to find it, but with first base occupied, less than 2 outs, Butler is retired. So strikeout number 5 for Drew Leach, and a big first out here in the top of the third. Jacob Leemaster will stand in. RBI base hit for him back in the first inning. That's the last run that the Cavaliers scored, 2 of them in that first inning. They lead it 2-0 here in the third. Here's a chopper to the right side. Second baseman coming in. Snow cone grab by Pfeiffer. Able to hang on and make the play to first for the out. Fairly productive out, though. A 4-3 put out moves Aiden Hutchinson to second base and Aiden Spalding to third. So anything, I should say a lot of things could produce a run here, even without a hit. Wild pitch, error, pass ball, any of that stuff. A balk. Here's the pitch. Down and away, and a good block by Drake, the catcher, to keep that one from bringing in a run. Trent Wade, the pitcher, at the plate. Went down looking his first time up, 0 for 1. Runners at second and third, 2 down. Ground ball, hit hard. Backhand effort at short there by Cheadle. Long throw off the bag and not back in time. A run comes home for Chillicothe to make it 3-0. And they'll give him the RBI hit there. So Wade with his first hit of the season picks up his first RBI. A 2-out RBI at that. And the Cavaliers add one on here, 3-0. Stephen Wynn will stand in with runners on the corners and 2 down. Unearned run is Spalding, who scored the run, reached on an error. Now that's not much of a consolation prize for the pitcher, Drew Leach. Step on a throw to first, had the runner leaning, but able to scamper back in time is Wade. Always find it interesting with pitchers on base or guys on base that do a lot of pitching. You think they'd be clued into those cues to get back to the base or not. Has to scurry back there again. Also always interesting when, there have been runners on base most of this inning, and we haven't hardly seen a throw over from the pitcher, but now with 2 outs and a runner at third, with several throws over to first base. This pitch comes in low, and how many times have you seen a ball get thrown away down the first baseline with 2 outs and turn into a big inning where you lose a little focus at the batter and you maybe walk a guy and things can snowball in a hurry. There's a spin and a throw to third, and that one nearly got away. Baxter had to leap into foul territory to grab it. And that's exactly what I'm talking about there. You got 2 outs and a runner at third. Don't worry about the runners, just go get the batter. Now this went down and in, bounces in, and another good stop from Drake. Keeps another run from scoring. And sometimes it feels like when you start throwing the ball all over the diamond at runners, you kind of lose that rhythm of putting the ball in the strike zone. There's another one way inside. And now he's behind on the hitter, 2 balls and a strike. Talk about the little mind games that go on during a baseball game that maybe don't necessarily show up in the scorebook. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. A good pitch there. Evens it up 2-2. Job number 1, always. And now it's important to keep an eye on the runners, to keep them close, to keep them honest. Give your catcher a chance to throw them out if they go. But job number 1 is get the guy at the plate. 2-2. Missed it up and away, and a free stolen base here. As Wade takes second. Got a great jump. Tyler Brown, the center fielder, thought it was strike 3. So Wynn now there with a 3-2 count. Runners at second and third, and it's low and away, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. And the bases are loaded here for the Cavaliers. They've brought home 1 here in this third inning. They lead it 3-0 over Southeastern. And Noah Davis, who doubled in the last inning, will stand in here. A chance to put this game a little bit further away. Two walks, an error, and a hit. And a wild pitch here in the inning. Here's the first offering here, fouled off by Davis. Aiden Hutchinson at third. Trent Wade at second base. Stephen Wynn at first base. 2 down. And the 0-1. Misses way outside. Ball and a strike here to Noah Davis. Leach working out of the windup. Runner going for home. Here's the pitch. And did they get him at the plate? They did. Chillicothe trying to sneak one in there from third. Doesn't go their way. They do get a run, though, after the leadoff error, and after 2.5. It's the Cavaliers 3, the Panthers nothing. Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Bottom of the third inning coming here. I thought John Bruce was going to announce a substitution, but he was just letting everybody know that the concession stand is closing down. So, also important information, Well, Chillicothe through 3 innings has nearly gone through their batting order twice. Southeastern through 2 innings has gone 3 up, 3 down in both. They went conventionally pop-up, ground out in the first inning. Fly out single picked off by the catcher, and then a ground out in the second inning. So the bottom third of the order due up here for the Panthers: Hudson Drake, Braden Pop, and R.J. Cartwright. 3-0 Chillicothe.
Catcher, number 1, Hudson Drake.
Hudson Drake gets a chance to bat for the first time tonight. Only 3 at-bats for him on the year, but he does have a single in that at-bat. Squares to bunt here. Yeah, the first pitch in for a strike. That's nothing but head games there. If I'm the pitcher, I'm saying, I've got a 3-0 lead. You want to bunt? Go ahead. We'll take you at first base. Here's the 0-1. A ground ball under the glove of the pitcher. Out to second, and the throw over is in time. Nice play out there by Stephen Wynn to get rid of it in a hurry. And a 4-3 ground out retires Drake to lead things off here in the bottom of the third. Braden Pop will stand in, the designated hitter. Again, he is hitting for the first baseman, Travis Chenault. First pitch here in for a strike. Braden Pop not listed on the stat sheet that I was given by the Southeastern coaching staff, so I'm going to assume that this is his first game. That one skips away harmlessly with nobody on. Big thank you to both coaches, Tom Barr for Chillicothe and Ron Free for Southeastern, making sure we got what we needed tonight. Here's a pop-up out toward first and into foul territory. Catch made by Jacob Leemaster. And 2 down for R.J. Cartwright, the 9-hole.
The right fielder, number 4, R.J. Cartwright.
Well, 2 2/3 innings in, Trent Wade has faced the minimum so far. He's retired the first 8, giving up 1 hit. Here's his swing and a pitch up in the zone and fouled back by Cartwright. Cartwright 3 hits on 9 trips to start the year, 3 singles, a couple runs scored for him. 0-1 to him here, nobody on, 2 down. And the 0-1. Popped up, foul ground, first base side. Leemaster has to go a little farther this time, able to navigate the fence and make the play. And once again, 1-2-3 go the Southeastern Panthers. 3-0 Chillicothe through 3. This is high school baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
Well, things going the way of the Chillicothe Cavaliers so far. And if they do this much more, they're going to demand that all their home games, well, all their games in general, this is a road game for them tonight. But had a walk-off win here back in the first week of the season. And things going well for them so far tonight at the VA. 3-0 lead as they come to bat here in the top of the 4th. Noah Davis will lead things off. He was at the plate when Aiden Hutchinson, with the bases loaded and 2 down in the last inning, broke for home and didn't quite get there in time. The catcher, Hudson Drake, took the pitch, laid down the glove, and the inning was over. So Davis will get a fresh count, and he leads it off here in the fourth for the Cavaliers, up 3-0. 5 hits to 1. Chillicothe with 3 in the first, 1 each in the last 2 innings. Ball down low here. And the lone error coming in the last inning defensively for Southeastern. Now the 1-0. And it misses down and in for a ball. Two-0. Strike on the outside corner. I hesitate to mention this name in this comment because I don't want to grow his head any bigger. But Eric Cox says Chillicothe can't have the VA as a home field because Circleville's already claimed it. Well, it certainly seems that way some nights. Brian Bigham, head coach over there, longtime assistant coach and field manager for the Paints. Ball outside, 3-1 here to Noah Davis. We try to give Brian a hard time, Brian Bigham, anytime we can. Here's the 3-1. And it's down low. A leadoff walk to Noah Davis, and the Cavaliers have a man on. Third walk over the last.
Now batting for the Cavaliers, number 16.
6 batters
Jeremy Kane.
From Drew Leach. A few years ago, it was McLean, I think, played every single one of their, just about every one of their home games here, and that was not a short trip for them. They had some issues with their field. This one called a strike to Jeremy Kane. He struck out swinging his first time up. And the 0-1 called a strike on the inside corner, 0-2. And a swing and a miss and a good breaking ball down. I think Kane was for 2. Led off the ball game with a base hit, scored on a stolen base. He flied out to right last time up. That was back in the second inning. 3-0 Chillicothe. Ball down low here. And another one down low this time. Drake can't corral it. And Noah Davis takes second base on the wild pitch. Third wild pitch tonight from Drew Leach. And now an RBI opportunity here for Mason Brown. The Cavaliers are already leading 3-0 here in the top of the fourth inning. Swing and a miss there to ball down. I think Mason knew that maybe he had bitten on a pitch there that he shouldn't have. It's a lot harder to do than to sit back here and look at it. 2-1, down and in, gets away again. And up to third base goes Noah Davis. So a walk and 2 wild pitches. And now a runner at third base with 1 out for Chillicothe. And a 3-1 count to Mason Brown. Ground ball toward third, right at the third baseman. Baxter will go to first and pick up the out, but the run comes home. An RBI ground out for Mason Brown, picks up his 3rd RBI of the year.
Number 11, the right fielder.
And And a 4-0 lead now for Chillicothe. There's Aiden Spalding. He reached on an error and scored last time. He hits one in the air to the back edge of the infield, and the shortstop, Cheadle, out, puts it away. And the inning is over, but the Cavaliers tack one on. They lead it 4-0 over Southeastern as we head to the bottom of the fourth on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Top of the order for the Southeastern Panthers as they come to bat here in the bottom of the fourth inning, down 4-0 now. 2 runs in the first for Chillicothe, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. And for just the second time tonight, Tyler Brown will get a chance to bat the top of the order. Southeastern 1-2-3 in the first, 1-2-3 in the second, 1-2-3 in the third. They did have a hit sandwiched in there in the middle of that second inning, but the runner picked off by the catcher at first base. Trent Wade has faced the minimum through 3, and he's done it very democratically. No strikeouts on the book tonight. Pop-up, ground out, fly out, pick off, ground out, and then a ground out, 2 pop-ups in foul territory to first last inning. Right-hander back up on the rubber as Tyler Brown digs in. Squares to bunt, puts it down just out in front of the plate, and a foul ball called by the home plate umpire, Mark Trainer, getting out quickly. Southeastern just trying to get something started here. And now the 0-1. And that one bunted up the first baseline. The pitcher, Wade, with a quick throw to first and a nice job to get it there in time. Tyler Brown showing off the wheels up the line. And a 1-3 put out here for the first out. Well, pretty tight to the line, too. It could be a tough play. Trying to keep that ball away from the runner. Here's Gage Cheadle, nobody on, 1 out. 4-0 Chillicothe, bottom 4, and that one gets away. But again, nobody on, so no harm done. And that one in for a strike. A look at the SVC baseball standings coming into tonight. Probably has changed at this point, but Unioto started the day 6-1, a 2-0 start in the SVC. Zane Trace 4-2, also 2-0, so tied up there at the top. Ground ball to second, nice backhand effort, but it gets through. Wynn trying to pick that one out of the turf. I'll give him the hit. That backhand effort by Wynn makes it not an ordinary effort, though he'd probably tell you that's a play he can make. So the second hit tonight for Southeastern. And a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the fourth, down 4-0. So you got Unioto and Zane Trace at 2-0 in SVC play at the top, and then 4 teams at 1-1. This one down and away as Colton Baxter stands in 0-1 with a ground out. Huntington, Piketon, Southeastern, Westfall, all 1-1. in league play. Adena 0-2, Paint Valley 0-2 there at the bottom. Although Piketon got a win tonight, so make them 2-1. Here's a ground ball, hard to short. Taylor made double play ball, but it goes off the glove of Hutchinson. Maybe hit a little bit harder than he was expecting. And Baxter is aboard at first base, Cheadle at second. And for the first time tonight, Southeastern has 2 runners on at the same time. And that'll be an error on the shortstop, Aiden Hutchinson. First error tonight for Chillicothe. I wonder, too, if Aiden was maybe just thinking about getting that double play started. So first and second, 1 out for Drew Leach. He flied out to left field, his only other at-bat back in the second inning. From the stretch, the pitch, a swing and a miss. Drew Leach, good night at the plate last night, and that loss to Piketon went 2 for 4 with a double and 2 runs driven in. 0-1 here, runs upstairs. So a guy you like to have at the plate, your cleanup man. You're trying to get on the board here. And the 1-1. Popped up down the left field line and foul ground. That one will reach the deck. Sparsely populated out there. Gage Cheadle at second base. Colton Baxter at first base, 1 out. Best chance offensively by a mile for Southeastern so far tonight. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Wade. And this one wasted down the left field line, deep and foul and out of play. So 1 out single from Gage Cheadle. Then Baxter hit a stinger right to the shortstop near the bag at second, but it went off his glove into center field. And the 1-2 pitch here, off speed, misses upstairs. There is 1 out. A double play would get you out of the inning if you're Chillicothe. Now the 2-2 from Wade. Just missed down low. And the count runs full. 3-2 to Drew Leach. Pitcher versus pitcher here. And the payoff runs inside, and the bases are loaded. First walk from the right-hander Trent Wade. So single error walk. And with 1 out, Southeastern has the bases loaded.
Number 3, the second baseman, Joey Pfeiffer.
So Joey Pfeiffer will stand in. Base hit for him last time up until this inning, had the only hit for the Panthers. He was picked off at first by the catcher. RBI spot for him here as he ducks under the breaking ball. Breaking ball off speed. You try to let that one hit you on the shoulder. Bring in a run, you'd still get the RBI. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Another one up there with just that single batting glove. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Again out in front is Pfeiffer. A ball, 2 strikes. Wade without a strikeout tonight. A good time to pick up the first one here. The 1-2 pitch misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. In the air to left field, hit pretty well. Kane there will make the catch. Tagging at third is Cheadle. He'll come home to score, and Southeastern is on the board on an RBI sac fly from Joe Pfeiffer.
The left fielder, number 9.
And it's a 4-1 ball game. The other two runners stay put. Baxter at second, Leach at first. 2 down now for Carson McWhorter. That is an unearned run, and it should stay that way no matter what happens the rest of the inning. And any other runs that would come home would also be unearned. That error on the ground ball to the shortstop a couple of batters ago would have been out number 2 at least. And that fly ball to left field would have been the third out. But a run nonetheless for the Panthers. 4-1 ball game now. The pitch. It's outside, ball 1. Sixth batter of this inning for Southeastern. It took him 3 innings to send 9 batters to the plate. Ball down low. A good block by the catcher, Noah Davis. Always gets harder that second and third time through the order for a pitcher. See a lot of times in college ball and pro ball, no matter where the pitch count is, unless a guy's dominating, they won't let a pitcher see the third time through the order. Down and away here. And the count 3-0 to Carson McWhorter. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up back in the second inning. Runners at first and second and 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. The Panthers with a run to cut this to a 3-run ball game. Wade fires over to first base and a dive back by Leach. And this one misses for ball 4, and the bases are loaded again here for Southeastern. So 2 walks in the inning.
The catcher, number 1, Hudson Drake.
And Hudson Drake, the catcher, will be the batter for the Panthers. The bases loaded and 2 down. Noah Davis out to the mound to have a chat with his pitcher, Wade. Hudson Drake grounded out to second base his first time up, 0 for 1. The 7th man to come to the plate here for the Panthers here in this bottom of the 4th inning. Two walks, an error, and 1 base hit. It was Joe Pfeiffer's sac fly that brought home the run. Wade fires, and it's inside, ball 1. A long look here. Now the 1-0. And a strike called. 1-1. You don't get to see those long looks anymore in the big leagues. They finally said it's time to get on with it, but you can look at these high leverage situations. Sometimes you need that extra couple of beats. And now the 1-1. Missed it outside and low. 2 balls and a strike. Trent Wade did nothing but throw strikes for the most part the first 3 innings, and Really struggling to get through this fourth inning. The 2-1, and that one is in for a strike, and the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hudson Drake at the plate. Carson McWhorter at first base. Drew Leach at second. Colton Baxter at third. 2 down. The 2-2. And a foul straight back. We'll do it again. The 2-2 again, and this time it's low and away. And we'll start the merry-go-round on the next pitch. Bases loaded, 2 down, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Everyone will be off on the pitch. Here it comes, there they go, and it is ball 4. An RBI walk for Hudson Drake makes this a 4-2 ball game. And the third walk in 4 batters by Wade. Didn't miss by much. And we'll get a mound visit here. Again, an unearned run. Any and all runs this inning will go unearned. Quick look at the Frontier Athletic Conference standings coming into tonight. Washington, who most think is the favorite to run away with the conference this year, 5-1 coming into tonight. The only team with a conference win last night with the win over Chillicothe. McLean 4-1, Miami Trace 3-1, Jackson 3-2, Hillsboro 0-3, and Chillicothe 2-3 coming into today.
Now batting.
All right, bases loaded, 2 down. 8th batter of the inning for Southeastern. Braden Popp will stand in. Popped up in foul ground at first base, his first time up. And he takes strike 1 here. Two runs home in the inning for Southeastern, both unearned. And the 0-1. Misses upstairs. Good job by Davis, the catcher, to try to frame that. And this one in for strike 2. One-two pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. A big strikeout, his first one of the night. Southeastern leaves them loaded, but they get 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning to cut the Chillicothe lead in half. And it's now the Cavaliers 4, the Panthers 2. This is high school baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around. Well, it looked like for a few innings that Chillicothe might try to run away with this thing, but Southeastern right back in it.
Leading on the top of the fifth.
A couple of runs in the bottom of the fourth to make it a 4-2 ball game. Nice little 8-batter inning. Took advantage of an error. That's part of the high school game. So top of the fifth inning here, Aiden Hutchinson will lead things off. 3-4-5 for the Cavaliers. He's reached twice, scored once, a fielder's choice and a walk. And he takes a breaking ball for strike one. Drew Leach back out on the mound. And the 0-1 from the left-hander bounces through, and that'll even things up, a ball and a strike. 4 runs, 5 hits, and an error for Southeastern, or excuse me, for Chillicothe. 2 runs, 2 hits, and an error for Southeastern. Here's the 1-1 and a swing and a miss. It was Aiden Hutchinson with the bases loaded and 2 down in the third inning. Tried to steal home and was tagged out by the catcher. Here's the 1-2. That one slipped out of the hand. That'll happen on a cool night at the ballpark once in a while. This keeps getting colder and colder out here. We started at about 46 degrees. They say it's still there. Here's a shot toward right center. Cut off by the right fielder, Cartwright, but he falls down, able to keep it fairly close to him. So Hutchinson with his first hit tonight. Leadoff single for the Cavaliers here in the top of the fifth. Hit number 6 tonight for Chillicothe.
Number 5, third baseman, Cohen Butler.
Tell you what it is, they had the windows all closed up here in the press box with all the heaters going, and then I had to come in and open the window. So it might have stayed the same out there. It's just gotten colder and colder in here. That's what it is. There's a ball thrown out to second base, and it's into center field. Good backup out there by Brown. Aiden Hutchinson steals second base. Third stolen base of the year. It's his second one tonight. Cohen Butler at the plate, 0 for 2. He struck out both times swinging. RBI spot here as Chillicothe looks to get at least one of those 2 runs back. And it's down and in, a good block again. Boy, Hudson Drake has not had an easy night behind the plate tonight. I mean, 4 wild pitches officially in the book, but Drake has done a good job to make sure it hasn't been more than that. Here's the 2-0, and it's upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. Jacob Leemaster on deck. 3-0. And it misses up and away. 4-pitch walk to Cohen Butler. Fourth walk tonight from Drew Leach. Now it looks like Ron Free has poked his head out of that first base dugout. And it looks like we might get our first substitution here. Landon Ramey is coming in from the dugout. You get these high school games, sometimes, you know, a simple pitching change is not all that simple. You got to bring the guy in from right to pitch, and the pitcher goes to first, and the first baseman goes to third, and then the third baseman goes to left field, and then the left fielder goes to right field. You get that kind of merry-go-round thing. But this one looks like it might just be a straight switch. Although Wade is still hanging out there on the field. It is left-hander Landon Ramey. Ramey making his second appearance, an inning and 2/3 for him so far. He's given up 3 runs on 3 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. They're his inning and 2/3 so far. So it looks like we will have another switch.
For the Panthers, number 23, Landon Ramey.
So Ramey in to pitch here. And it appears that Leach is going over to first base. And Chenault, who was it's not called the designated player, but he was playing and not batting, is perhaps out of the game. So Leach is now at first base.
Once again, batting for the Cavaliers.
So the final line on Drew Leach, 4+.
Lee Master.
Gave up 4 runs, 3 earned on 6 hits. He struck out 6, walked 4. And he gives away to left-hander Landon Ramey. Runners at first and second, nobody out. 4-2, Chillicothe leads. Jacob Leemaster at the plate, 1 for 2 with an RBI hit back in the first. And the first pitch in there for strike 1. So Ramey now pitching. Leach, who started the game on the mound, now playing first base. And presumably then Ramey comes in for Braden Popp in the 8-hole. 0-1. Upstairs and inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Jacob Leemaster with that big RBI hit back in the first inning, helped get the Cavaliers off to a quick start offensively. Down and away here. Here in the 5th inning, a leadoff single by Aiden Hutchinson, then stole second base. Cohen Butler walked on 4 pitches, and that was the end on the mound, at least, for Drew Leach. Our first pitching change of the night. The 2-1. Way upstairs off the glove of Drake to the backstop. Both runners will move up. Yeah, that'll go as a wild pitch. That's the 5th wild pitch tonight from the Southeastern side. (3-1). Up and in, ball 4, and the bases are loaded as Leemaster draws the walk.
The pitcher, number 12.
Now the pitcher, Trent Wade, will step in. Called out on strikes back in the first inning. He picked up an RBI infield hit on a ball to the hole at short. Back in the 3rd inning, stole second base, was stranded there, so 1 for 2 tonight. The infield will come in with the bases loaded and nobody out. So those Southeastern infielders looking for the play at the plate. Here's a little dribbler out towards second base. Pfeiffer to the plate, didn't get it there in time. Everybody's safe. Wade, there's one of those chances, or one of those times where when you didn't hit the ball hard is actually the perfect thing to do. Not that it was intended that way, but it's an RBI infield single. I guess they could go fielder's choice there. But the bases stay loaded. And still nobody out. Here's Stephen Wynn. 0 for 1 with a walk. Takes ball 1. It's now a 5-2 Chillicothe lead. So fielder's choice is the call. Still give the RBI. Here's the ball up and away. So 2 RBIs in this one for Wade. Infield still in here for Southeastern. Here's the 2-0 from Ramey. And that one called a strike on the outside edge, 2-1. Butler at third, Lee Master at second, Wade at first base. And a ball getting out of the bullpen. The Southeastern bullpen down the right field line. Bullpen's in play here at the VA. If you're in that third base dugout and down in that third base line where your bullpen is, if it gets by the catcher, it'll kick off part of the deck and then out into left field. 2-1 popped up out behind second base. The center fielder Brown in, battling, makes the catch, tagging at third, charging home is Butler, and he scores. So a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Stephen Wynn. And the 4-run lead is restored. It's 6-2 Chillicothe.
The catcher, number 26, Noah Davis.
So that's out number 1. Both of those runs charged to the starter, Drew Leach. Lee Master still at second, Wade still at first. 1 out. Noah Davis at the plate, a double and a walk and a run scored. 1 for 1, takes outside. So it's actually ends up being 6 runs given up by the starter Leach. And I believe it's 5 of those earned. Landon Ramey, a look back to second base. Here's the pitch. And down and away. Good job to scramble to his right, the catcher Hudson Drake. 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Cavaliers. 2-2-1 for the Panthers. The 2-0. And a good job to check the swing. Noah Davis holds off. 3 balls, no strikes. Single, walk, wild pitch, walk. RBI fielder's choice. RBI sac fly. 6th batter of the inning for Chillicothe. The 3-0 is on the corner of strike, 3-1. Cavaliers answering after giving up 2 runs in the last half inning. That was an 8-batter inning for Southeastern. Still just 1 out here in the top of the 5th. The pitch bounces in and a good block again by Drake. But it's ball 4 and the bases are loaded. Second walk issued by Ramey since coming on here in the 5th.
Number 16, the left fielder, Jeremy Kane.
And Jeremy Kane will stand in. 0 for 2. He's gone down swinging both times. Lee Master at third, Wade at second, Davis at first base. The pitch. Way outside, ball 1. And a late strike call there to even the count, a ball and a strike. Infield in again here for Southeastern. Normally you'd play for the double play ball here. Here's the 1-1. Down and away, good block again by Drake. You see those middle infielders kind of back there in double play depth, and then the corners in. Sometimes, though, at this level, ball takes too long. If it's a weakly hit ground ball, it takes too long to get out to you if you're in that double play depth. So they just brought the whole infield in. Here's the 2-1. Way up and away, 3 balls and a strike. And Ramey steps off. Jeremy Kane here, 1 ball away from picking up an RBI walk. (3-1). Bounced it in, ball 4. And it's 7-2 Chillicothe. So an RBI walk to Kane. Back-to-back walks from Ramey. And we're going to get another visit to the mound here. And it looks like another pitching change. Lee Master in from third. Wade goes to third. Davis goes to second. Kane at first. Our second pitching change of this top half of the 5th inning. 3 runs are home for the Cavaliers. It's a 7-2 lead. And it looks like the new pitcher will be Travis Chenault, who was playing first base but not batting. So Ramey will get credit for a third of an inning. No hits, no strikeouts. He walked 3. He's given up 1 run so far, but could give up as many as 4. As he exits with the bases loaded. No hit batters, 1 wild pitch.
Number 14, Travis Chenault.
So Travis Chenault taking over on the mound for Southeastern will face the top of this order for Chillicothe as they send the 8th batter of the inning to the plate, Mason Brown, who is 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI and a stolen base tonight. Single, fly out to right, and a ground out to third. Chenault makes his 3rd appearance on the mound, no wins, 1 loss. An ERA of 9, 2 1/3 innings. He's given up 3 earned runs on 2 hits, 7 walks, and 1 strikeout. And for the first time tonight, the Cavaliers will face a right-handed pitcher.
Now batting the center fielder, number 9, Mason Brown.
So Mason Brown stands in. It was a bases loaded situation for him last time. Able to drive home a run on a ground out. I beg your pardon, it was just a runner at third base. Same result, put a ball on the ground. Got that run home. Bases loaded this time. Infield still in for Southeastern with 1 out. A ball, no strikes. Chenault kicks and fires. Ground ball left side. Backhand stab by Cheadle. Throws to the plate. And he makes the play. Throw down to third, nearly goes into left field, but Baxter there to haul it in. A fine play by Cheadle, the shortstop.
The right fielder, number 11.
Ball got on him in a hurry.
Spalding.
It'll be a fielder's choice for Brown. Wade out at the plate, 6-2 for out number 2. Everybody else moves up. And Aiden Spalding stands in, 1 for 3. A hit back in the first inning, takes ball 1. Reached on an error and scored in the third. He popped up to the shortstop in the fourth inning. 7-2 Chillicothe. 3 runs here in the fifth. 1-0 misses down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Bases loaded here now with 2 outs, so the infield back. Except for that third baseman, Baxter, out there staying close to the bag with the runner. 2-0. Missed down low, and the hat flies off of Travis Chenault's head. Tell you what, as a batter, that'd have to be awful distracting, that white hat popping off right about as that pitch is about to be thrown in. Now the 3-0. And it happened again. This time a ball goes to the backstop. It's ball 4. It's a live ball. They could run another runner in here if they wanted to. Everybody kind of played that like it was a dead ball, but Spalding works the RBI walk. That'll be charged. The run to Ramey. And the 10th batter this inning for the Cavaliers, Aiden Hutchinson, bats for the second time. He started it all off with a leadoff single. Now 8-2. Spalding, by the way, picks up an RBI with that walk. Another one down and away, gets away, and the Cavaliers will hold the runner. Don't know if that was intentional or not. Usually you get to that 10-run margin first before you start doing that. Just wonder if the runner at third, Kane, just didn't get a good initial jump on it. And sometimes you're just taught if you don't get a good jump on it right off the miss, to just put on the brakes and stay where you're at. You don't want to run yourself into an out. Here's the 2-0, a check swing, but he went. And 2-1. Aiden Hutchinson with 2 runs scored tonight, a couple of stolen bases. 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 fielder's choice. 2-1. In the air to center field. Brown backing up on it. Still backing up. Reaches up and makes the catch. And the inning is over. 4 runs home for the Cavaliers in the top of the 5th. They bat around. They lead it 8-2 through 4 1/2. You're watching high school baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Just in the interest of housekeeping, final line on Landon Ramey, a third of an inning. Ends up giving up 2 runs, no hits, no strikeouts, 3 walks, and 1 wild pitch. As Travis Chenault came on and finished that inning, the Cavaliers get 4 runs on 1 hit. No errors, 3 left on base. And as we go to the bottom of the 5th, it is an 8-2 ball game. Kind of a backbreaker there. Southeastern feeling pretty good about themselves going into that 5th inning. They had just scored 2 runs to make it a 2-run ball game at 4-2. And then they turn right around the next half inning, give up 4. And that can take some wind out of the sails. R.J. Cartwright leads off here for the Panthers. 9-1-2 in the order for the Panthers. First pitch swinging, smashes one to left field. That clears the left fielder Kane's head easily. Rattles off the wall out there on his way to second. And pulling in with a leadoff double is R.J. Cartwright. That is the first extra base hit tonight for the Panthers.
The center fielder, number 8, Tyler Brown.
And sometimes you just got to go to the plate, take a hack. R.J. Cartwright with his first double of the year. See guys get caught up in taking that first pitch and seeing, first pitch is a fastball, go hit it. Back to the top of the order, here's Tyler Brown. Swinging at the first pitch, a chopper toward third will roll foul. Tyler Brown tonight 0 for 2. He's popped up to second base, and he tried to bunt his way aboard to lead off the 4th and was thrown out at first base by the pitcher. So a runner at second here, nobody out. Always nice to get that from the 9 hole, and you can turn things back over. Wade fires the 0-1, and it's in there for a strike. That double, by the way, by Cartwright. 3rd hit of the game for Southeastern. The 1-1. And a ball popped up will get out of play over the third base dugout. Up onto the roof. 8 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Chillicothe. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Southeastern so far. And a quick mound visit here. Again, a reminder, check out SOSAOhio.com. Our features stories and news and notes and standings and about everything else you can ask for everything going on in our area, not just baseball. Just released our Athletes of the Week, our first Spring Sports Athletes of the Week. Here today, 1-2, ground ball towards shortstop, charging in, good glove there. And the throw to first, a big stretch, and able to keep his foot on the bag is Lee Master. Aiden Hutchinson showing some range out there at shortstop. Able to make a strong throw to first. Nice play there for out number 1. R.J. Cartwright advances up to third. And a runner at third, 1 out for Gage Cheadle. Base hit for him last time up, 1 for 2. He popped up to the shortstop back in the 1st inning. Cheadle came around to score the first of 2 runs in that 4th inning, both unearned. Asks for time here, gets it from the home plate umpire, Mark Trainer. And he takes a strike. 0-1. Trent Wade kicks, fires. Ground ball, 2 bouncer to the shortstop. Charging Hutchinson goes to first for out number 2. And a big lead. Not too worried about that runner as Cartwright comes in from third. So give Cheadle the RBI on the ground out.
The third baseman, number 13, Colton Baxter.
And that makes it an 8-3 ball game. So Cartwright after the leadoff double, able to find his way home. Now the base is empty, 2 down for Colton Baxter. First pitch, chopper toward third, rolls foul. Cohen Butler coming off the line to grab that one. Baxter tonight 0 for 2. It's a ground out to shortstop in the first, and then he hit another hard one to shortstop in the fourth. Looked like it might be a double play ball, ended up as an error. That led to 2 unearned runs for the Panthers in that last inning. Again, that was a big part of the game. Cut it to a 4-2 ball game, but the Cavaliers turn around and scored 4 in the next half inning. Pitch upstairs here. A ball and a strike to Baxter. And the 1-1. Fouled off the handle there. Back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Chopper toward third, and that'll roll foul as well. We'll reset and do it again. One-two again. This time it's upstairs. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2. Just missed. The catcher, Noah Davis, with the double clutch on the throwback to the pitcher. You could tell that he thought it was strike 3. Now the 3-2 pitch. Missed it outside. And Baxter works the 2-out walk. Fourth walk tonight from Wade.
The first baseman, number 12, Drew.
All of them here in the last 2 innings. He walked 3 in that 4th inning after the error. And a 2-out walk here. Drew Leach stands in with 1 on, 2 down. 8-3 Chillicothe. Leach 0 for 1. He flied out to left in the 2nd inning. Walked last time up, was stranded at third. So the Panthers left him loaded. He fouls this one into the bleachers past the third base dugout. Wade with just the 1 strikeout tonight. It was for the final out in the last inning to strand those 3 base runners. 0-1 popped up out behind third. Butler into foul ground, still on the run, and it'll bounce off the turf over toward the deck. A foul ball, 0-2. A run home here in the inning after the leadoff double from R.J. Cartwright. A runner at first in the form of Colton Baxter after a 2-out walk. And the 0-2 now to Drew Leach, who was the pitcher, now the first baseman. Up and away. One-two pitch, way upstairs. Easy take there for Leach. Wade ready with the 2-2. And a foul straight back to the screen. We'll do it again. Boy, Wade really cruised through the first 3 innings. Gave up the 1 hit, but his catcher bailed him out with a pickoff down at first base. Faced the minimum through 3 innings and saw 8 batters in the 4th. And now his 5th batter here in the 5th inning. 2-2 in the air, but foul and out of play down the left field line as Leach continues to battle here. 3rd time that he's gotten a look at the pitcher, Wade. I mentioned at the beginning of the game tonight that Chillicothe coach Tom Barr mentioned to me before the game that they kind of were trying to piece things together a little bit. Had some injuries, nothing major, but some minor injuries. Here's a little flare out towards second. Shortstop Hutchinson there to make the grab, and the inning is over. A run home for the Panthers after a leadoff double from R.J. Cartwright. Cheadle with an RBI on a ground out. We're through 5. 8-3, Chillicothe in front of Southeastern. Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
Travis Chenault will come back out, start his first full inning in relief for Southeastern. Came on and got the final out in that last inning. He was the 3rd pitcher in that inning for Southeastern. Drew Leach went the first 4. Saw 2 batters in the 5th. Landon Ramey saw 5 batters. Got 1 out. And then Travis Chenault came in. Saw 3 batters. Got the final out of that 4-run, 1-hit inning for the Cavaliers. 8-3, they lead it as they come to bat here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 in the first for the Cavaliers, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and Southeastern with 2 on the board in the bottom of the 4th. Chillicothe with the 4th spot in the 5th. The Panthers answer with a run last half inning as now we start the 6th inning. It'll be the middle 3rd of the order for Chillicothe. Cohen Butler, Jacob Leemaster, and Trent Wade.
Leading off top of the 6th for the Cavaliers, the 3rd baseman, number 5, Cohen Butler.
Butler 0 for 2 tonight, couple of strikeouts, but he walked and scored last time through. Digs in here on the right side as Chenault kicks and fires. And the first one lifted into right field, backing up. Cartwright, the right fielder, spins around and makes the catch. So Butler with a fly out to right, 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning.
First baseman, number 44, Jacob Leemaster.
Jacob Leemaster tonight, 1 for 2. RBI single back in the 1st. Grounded out to second base in the 3rd. He walked and scored in the 5th. Nobody on, 1 out here. Bats left-handed. And the first pitch is hit down the left field line and out of play. Give it about 6 weeks and the area where that ball landed will be full of people. Maybe a couple more weeks than that. Maybe 8 weeks. I told you earlier my math was terrible. There's a liner toward 3rd, and that'll skip past the 3rd baseman, Baxter, down into the left field corner. Leemaster on his way to second base, and he'll pull in there. Boy, Colton Baxter looked fooled. I don't know if it was the spin or the angle of that baseball. Kind of one of those that looked like it was hard hit, but didn't get on you as quick as you expected, and kind of handcuffed him. We're just going to give him the hit, yeah. Double, 1 out double. You get into the tournament season,
Wade.
And the OHSAA provides you an official score to make those calls, and they'll communicate that. We don't have that here. We kind of make it up as we go here in the press box, and that's not even official. The books kept by each team in their dugouts. And a first pitch swing and a strike here as Wade stands in. Trent Wade with a runner at second and one out, top of the sixth inning. His Chillicothe Cavaliers up 8-3 on the Southeastern Panthers. Little high school baseball after dark tonight. Here's the 0-1. And that one misses low and away, a ball and a strike. Wade tonight, couple of RBIs. Called out on strikes back in the first. He drove home a run on an infield hit in the third. Fielder's choice brought home a run in the fifth inning. Also a stolen base to his credit tonight. Now the 1-1 from Chenault, way outside. So Jacob Leemaster out at second base, 2 hits tonight. He's the only Cavalier so far with a multiple hit night. He's the only one in this game so far with a multi-hit game. Here's the 2-1. Strike called. And it's 2-2. The pitch. Strike 3 called. First strikeout for Travis Chenault tonight.
Your attention, please. Pitch hitting for the Cavaliers, number 23, Dom Barron.
Cavaliers going to their bench here, and Dom Barron going to come on and hit for Stephen Wynn, who was 0 for 1 with a walk and a sac fly that brought home a run back in the fifth inning. Nothing in 1 to him here. And a swing and a miss on a pitch that was headed down and out. Dom Barron, 2 hits in his first 12 at-bats this year. Does have an RBI to his credit, couple of runs scored. Facing an 0-2 count here. And a swing and a miss ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts for Travis Chenault to end the inning after giving up a one-out double to Jacob Leemaster. We're through 5.5 here at the VA. It's 8-3 Chillicothe leading Southeastern. Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will.
Looks like just a straight switch on the defensive end. Big thank you to Tom Barr for making things easy on us tonight. Dom Barron came in to hit for Wynn there, that last batter in the last half inning, and stays in defensively to play the same position of the guy he replaced. So Barron now out there at second base. Trent Wade back out on the mound for a 6th inning of work. He's given up 1 earned run tonight on 3 hits.
Lead up the bottom of the sixth for the
4
Panthers.
walks. He has struck out 1.
Number 3, Joey Pfeiffer.
Joe Pfeiffer leads things off here for Southeastern. 8-3 Chillicothe. And the first pitch in for his strike. Pfeiffer is 1 for 1. He singled back in the second. A sac fly brought home a run in the fourth. And the 0-1 from Wade is down low, a ball. And the 1-1 pitch here outside. That 0 in the top half of this inning ends a string of 4 consecutive half innings with at least 1 run scored. And it was 5 of the last 6 before this inning. Ball up and in. 5, 6, 7 in the order for the Panthers. After Pfeiffer, it'll be Carson McWhorter and then Hudson Drake. Should somebody reach, Braden Pop will get a chance. Although that may be someone else because of some earlier changes. Leadoff walk to Pfeiffer, and McWhorter will step to the plate with a runner on. He walked last time up. Right out to the shortstop for him back in the second inning, 0 for 1 tonight. Now it is Drake on deck. First pitch outside here. 8-3. Cavaliers over Panthers. And a lob over to first base. Pfeiffer back easily on a headfirst dive. The 1-0. Strike on the outside corner. One from Wade. Ground ball up the middle toward the bag. Hutchinson steps on it, throws to first, double play. A 6-3 double play wipes out the leadoff walk.
The catcher, number 1, Hudson Drake.
And the bases are empty with 2 down now for Hudson Drake. First pitch here in for a strike. The 0-1. Fouled straight back. Hudson Drake 0 for 1 tonight. Ground out to second base in the third. He walked in the fourth inning. It is, by the way, Travis Chenault, the pitcher on deck for Southeastern. That was the spot originally occupied by Braden Pop, the DH. Ball found away here 0-2, and then Landon Ramey came in for the starter, Drew Leach, for Southeastern. Leach went to first base. Had to burn the DH, and then Travis Chenault later on came in. Pitch upstairs here. A ball, 2 strikes to Hudson Drake. Nobody on, 2 down. Bottom of the 6th inning. Just past the 2-hour mark. Here's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Second strikeout for Trent Wade. And we go to the 7th inning here at the VA. It's 8-3 Chillicothe over Southeastern. High school baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around. Final inning scheduled for tonight. Had a good game in Game 1, a 6-4 Piketon win. It took 8 innings. Scored 2 runs in that 8th inning to beat Northwest in Game 1 tonight. Chillicothe's been pretty much in control of this one here in Game 2. Jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Southeastern with 2 runs in the 4th made it 4-2, but immediately the Cavaliers answered with 4 runs in the 5th inning. Made it 8-2. Panthers tacked on a run in the 5th, and that's how we got to here, 8-3. And that's our first scoreless inning in the 6th inning since the 2nd, when nobody was able to push one across. Travis Chenault back out, trying to perhaps finish off this game from a pitching standpoint for Southeastern. Gave up a double last inning, but struck out the next 2 batters to leave him stranded. Faced the 8-9-1 hitters here in the 7th. The pitchers of record in this game are the starters. Drew Leach on the hook right now for Southeastern. Trent Wade for Chillicothe. He's the only pitcher that the Cavaliers have had. So the Cavaliers are going to go to the bench here to start. And Trevor Banks is going to stand in to bat for Noah Davis. One ball, no strikes. Banks is not recorded an at-bat yet. His only plate appearance ended in a walk. Takes upstairs here, 2-0. Two-0 pitch, chopped foul toward third. I like it. Hey, you get a chance to go pinch hit. You're not up there to walk. 2-0, sit fastball, take a hack at it. 2-1 pitch. And there for a strike, and we're even at 2-2. Noah Davis, his night was a 1-for-1 effort with a double. He walked twice and scored twice before being lifted for the pinch hitter here. He may re-enter as the catcher in the bottom half of the inning. And there's strike 3 called up in the zone. And that's now back-to-back-to-back strikeouts for Travis Chenault. Going back to the last 2 batters of the last inning.
Jeremy Kane.
And here's Jeremy Kane. 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts, but he walked with the bases loaded last time up to pick up an RBI. Ended up being stranded at third base as the Cavaliers left him loaded, but scored 4 in that 5th inning. They lead it 8-3. Nobody on 1 out here, top 7. Here's the pitch. And a big old swing and a miss there, 0-1. I mean, he loaded up and let it rip. What's the saying? Swing hard in case you hit it, right? Takes a strike here, 0-2. Probably shorten up a little bit here, 0-2. The pitch. Upstairs. Chillicothe trying to get back in the win column after a tough loss last night. Get that overall record back to even. Strike called strike 3 on the outside corner here. Make it 4 straight strikeouts for Chenault. And 3 of those 4 backwards Ks in the book, meaning they're all called.
Mason Brown.
Back to the top of the order, here's Mason Brown. Mason tonight 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. His hit was the first batter of the ball game. Led it off with a single, came around to score on a double steal, takes ball 1 here. Since then is flat out to right. Picked up an RBI ground out, and last time up reached on a fielder's choice. This one way outside, 2-0. Nobody on, 2 down. Mason Brown trying to break a string of 4 straight strikeouts by the pitcher Travis Chenault. He's been the most effective pitcher for Southeastern tonight. Ball upstairs here, 3-0. Aiden Spaulding will be the hitter if Brown reaches base here. And the 3-0. Way outside, ball 4. So a 2-out base runner here for Chillicothe. Aiden Spaulding will stand in.
Now batting number 11, right fielder, Aiden Spaulding.
1 for 3 tonight, single, reached on an error and scored. Pop up to shortstop and an RBI walk to his credit tonight. And the first pitch here in for a strike. Runner at first and 2 down. Here's the 0-1 from Chenault. A swing and a miss. I wouldn't think that umpires would allow the pitcher's hat to pop off every time he throws a pitch to the plate all season long. 0-2. Little flare out towards center field. The second baseman Pfeiffer mishandles it. It falls onto third base. Goes Mason Brown running with 2 outs.
Now batting number 8.
And the inning will continue here as Aiden Hutchinson will bat with the runners on the corners and 2 down. So an E4 there. Second error for Southeastern tonight. And any runs, should they score this half inning, will be unearned. Way outside here, a ball. Aiden Hutchinson at the plate. 1 for 3 tonight, 2 runs scored. His hit came in the 5th inning as the leadoff man in that 4-run 5th for the Cavaliers that really, you hate to say a 5-run ball game is putting it away, but when you're beyond the grand slam, you're feeling a little more comfortable about things. Spaulding will take second base here on the indifference. I'm sure that the Cavalier scorebook will show a stolen base there, right? 2-0. Bounces in. I think Hudson Drake's going to sleep well tonight. What an effort he's put in tonight behind the plate. Second and third, 2 down, 3-0 the count to Aiden Hutchinson. Chenault fires, and that one bounces away from the catcher, but not far enough to entice that runner from third to come home. So Hutchinson goes to first on the walk. And Travis Chenault's kind of run out of steam here. He had struck out 4 straight batters and then walk. Should have been out of the inning with that little pop-up towards second base. Ended up as an error. And now the walk to Hutchinson. And Cohen Butler was standing looking for his first hit tonight. 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts. He flied out to right field last time up. Walked and scored back in the 5th. Bases loaded, 2 outs here. First pitch bounces in. Again, Drake able to get enough of it to keep it close. 8-3 Chillicothe. They've led from the 3rd batter of the ball game. Hutchinson at first, Spalding at second, Brown at third. A swing and a miss here. We'll see if Trent Wade comes back out to try to finish off this game and get the CG. He's thrown all 6 innings so far tonight for the Cavaliers. He's given up 1 earned run. Now they set the 1-1. Chopper out towards second base. Pfeiffer, gloves, throws to first. And the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 7th here at the VA. Chillicothe 3 outs away from a win. They lead at 8-3 over Southeastern on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Bottom of the 7th inning here at VA Memorial Stadium. Last chance for Southeastern. They trail 8-3 here to the Chillicothe Cavaliers. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Panthers. Travis Chenault, RJ Cartwright, Tyler Brown, the scheduled hitters, against the right-hander Trent Wade, who has pitched every inning so far tonight for Chillicothe.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Panthers, the pitcher, number 14, Travis Chenault.
Travis Chenault steps in, ready for his first at-bat tonight. The 3rd of the 3 pitchers tonight for Southeastern. He takes strike 1 from Wade. RJ Cartwright on deck. It looks like no changes here for Southeastern in the home half of the 7th. Here's the 0-1. And the breaking ball missed outside. Two balls and a strike here. Wade kicks and fires. A swing and a miss, and we're even at 2-2. This one swung on, fouled away. Now the 2-2 chopped up the middle, out behind the mound. Glove by Hutchinson, and a good throw over to first, and a better stretch by Leemaster to record the out. And a 6-3 ground out for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. R.J. Cartwright will stand in. 1 for 2. He doubled and scored. He doubled to lead off the 5th inning. Came home on an RBI ground out from Gage Cheadle. That is the most recent run scored in this ball game. Nobody able to push one across in the 6th, and the Cavaliers held scoreless in the top half of the 7th. Here's the pitch, and it's upstairs, ball 1. Swing and a miss at a pitch upstairs. A ball and a strike to Cartwright. And a strike called on the outside here, 1-2. Tyler Brown, top of the order, waits on deck. 8-3 Cavaliers. They've got a nice little cushion here. And the 1-2 pitch. Hit hard through the left side of the infield. And a 1-out single for R.J. Cartwright. Second hit for him tonight. So he joins
The center fielder, number 8.
Jacob Leemaster for the Cavaliers as the only 2 players with multi-hit nights tonight. Both of them with 2 hits now. Cartwright now 2 for 3. Back to the top of the order. Here's Tyler Brown. 0 for 3 tonight. Pop up. Ground out on a bunt attempt and a ground out to short last time up. First pitch outside, ball 1. That single by Cartwright, the 4th of the night for Southeastern. So 2 of those 4 coming from the 9 spot. Cartwright. Ball hit here into left field. That'll drop for a base hit. Cartwright goes to second as Tyler Brown picks up his first hit tonight. Back-to-back singles with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. I always say the hardest outs to get are the last ones, particularly that last out, but the last 2, last 3 can always be tough. Here's Gage Cheadle, 1 for 3 tonight. Base hit in the 4th inning, came around to score. He brought home a run on a RBI ground out in the 5th. First and second, 1 away. The pitch. In the air toward right center. Charging in the center fielder, Brown makes the catch. That's out number 2. Quickly back to second base, but alertly Cartwright gets back on the bag. So Cheadle flies out to center. And Southeastern down to its final out here in the bottom of the 7th, down 8-3. Colton Baxter 0 for 2 with a walk and a run score after reaching on an error back in the 4th. Takes strike 1. Brown at first, Cartwright at second with 2 down. Chillicothe 1 out away from getting back to 500 at 3-3 on this young season. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball back through the middle. It'll be gobbled up by the second baseman. Barron flips to second, and that is the ball game. Nice play by Barron for the final out. And your final score, Here tonight in the nightcap, Chillicothe 8, Southeastern 3. We'll be back to wrap it up after this on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around. Back here at VA Memorial Stadium, one final time tonight. Chillicothe gets the 8-3 win over the Southeastern Panthers this evening. Cavaliers got a leadoff hit from Mason Brown to start the ball game. First two batters aboard as Aiden Spalding followed with a base hit. Later through the end of that inning, they were able to put two across. They go up 2-0 after one. And by the middle of the fourth inning, Chillicothe led it 4-0 before Southeastern was able to plate a couple of unearned runs in the bottom half to make it 4-2. You thought, hey, maybe Southeastern's going to make a run. Next half inning, Chillicothe plates 4 runs to go up 8-2. Southeastern gets one back in the bottom of the fifth, and that was all she wrote tonight. The winning pitcher tonight is the starter and only pitcher for Chillicothe, Trent Wade. He goes 7 innings, gives up 3 runs, only 1 earned on 5 hits. He struck out 2, walked 5. And the losing pitcher tonight is the starter for the Southeastern Panthers, Drew Leach. He goes 4 plus 2 batters. He gave up 6 runs, 5 earned on 6 hits. He struck out 6, walked 4, and threw 4 wild pitches. Final totals tonight for Chillicothe: 8 runs on 7 hits. They made 1 error and left 11 on base, including 8 in scoring position. Southeastern 3 runs on 5 hits. They made 2 errors, left 6 on base, and 4 of those in scoring position. Again, the winning pitcher is Trent Wade. He goes to 1-1 on the season. The losing pitcher is Drew Leach. He falls to 0-2. No save tonight. Time of the game, 2 hours and 27 minutes, and we'll throw out a guess. We'll say 75 for the attendance tonight. Not that it matters. So just always have that down in the book. Again, Chillicothe gets the win 8-3 over Southeastern here tonight. Thanks so much for watching with us here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. Again, stay tuned to SOSAOhio.com and our social media platforms for an updated streaming schedule for next week and throughout the rest of baseball season. Big thank you to Dewey Daly for running our camera here in Game 2. Big thank you to Carson Francis for running the computer here tonight. Thank you to John Bruce for me making him the official scorer. The PA announcer, music, ran the clock, I think, at the end of the game, and he was keeping the scorebook too. So that's pretty impressive. For all those folks, Jacob Wise here saying so long tonight from VA Memorial Stadium. Again, the final score, Chillicothe 8, Southeastern 3. Enjoy the rest of your evening.